What's good, everyone? Welcome to Summon the Pack. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jake, and today we're going to be looking at the final deck of the new Commander 2019 deck series, Primal Genesis. Now, I had posted either, depending on the timing of when I get this one up, I had either posted today or yesterday Merciless Rage, and then the day before, on Thursday, a day before release, I did Faceless Menace and Mystic Intellect. That's just a quick little walkthrough so you guys can see, kind of on screen what the contents of these decks are. If you are newer to Magic or new to EDH, I highly recommend picking these up. It's a great way to get started in the format. They're typically super fun to play. They're ready to go right out of the box. You get in each of the box you get this oversized face of the deck commander card. Now, I'd shown in my other one, so I'll do it in this one too. What typically people think these are just kind of useless and kind of gimmicky, but you can actually do something kind of cool with them. So you see here, this is the oversized Brea from a couple of years ago, and so I had a couple of them, and what I did was I used the foil peel method, trimmed it down, and made a Magic card sized full art, so to speak, mod. And what you can also do is cut out the back or the text and just kind of glue the text. Now, this is all just glued together on here. But if you search on YouTube foil peel method, there's a bunch of videos out there on how to do it. I won't get into that now. It'll take too long. But anyways, kind of cool little thing you can do with your oversized commander cards. You do lose some of the art, but anyways, they're not a complete waste. It's kind of cool. If you have any interest in doing that, you should check it out. So within you get a little fold-out pamphlet, talks about the deck, how to play it, rules for Commander, a little promo art over here, and then you get some background and story on each of the commanders. So there's the face of the deck, and then your alternate commander options here. Kind of cool. And then you get this little box. This thing is actually really kind of cheap and not great. It's good for getting it home, I guess. I would definitely recommend picking up sleeves at your LGS and a proper deck box. You can pick up a cheap like Ultra Pro or Ultimate Guard plastic one that'll do just fine for a couple of dollars. So I would definitely recommend doing that. And then here is the deck. Crack this open. We won't walk through all of the cards, but we'll kind of talk about a few of them so you can at least see what's inside. This is my first time opening each of these decks, so I'm pretty excited. Let's see if we can find a good... Wow, this is... Okay, we'll go to this here. All right. So here's the face of the commander. Cured Conclave Exile. Don't make fun of me for my pronunciations. There's 2/5, 2 colorless, a red, a green, and a white. And when it comes into the battlefield, create a 4/4 green rhino creature token with trample. Extra value, it's pretty sweet. And then whenever he attacks, populate. The token enters the battlefield tapped and attacking. To populate, create a token that's a copy of a creature token you control. So when he comes into play, you get a 4/4 green rhino with trample. Then when he attacks, you can just create another 4/4 green rhino with trample. So that's pretty sweet. You get 10 power worth of attacking out of the 5 mana this guy costs. So that's pretty cool. Here's the first alternate commander option here. Atla Palani, Nest Tender. That's pretty sweet art too, I must say. So it's 2/3, costs 4. You can pay 2 and tap her. Create a 0/1 green egg creature token with Defender. Whenever an egg creature you control dies, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Now, this has actually been, it seems like, a pretty popular option from what I've been seeing as an alternate commander. There's quite a few cards out there that create eggs. So having like a sort of egg tribal, I guess, which sounds ridiculous, but the idea is you get eggs into play under your control, and then you have them die, or you sacrifice them. You make them die somehow, and then you're getting huge creatures off the top of your library for basically for free. So that's kind of cool. Marisi, Breaker of the Coil. This is also very cool art. So it's also costs 4. It's 5/4. Your opponents can't cast spells during combat. Okay, so no tricks. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, goad each creature that player controls. And goad means until your next turn, those creatures attack each combat if able and attack a player other than you. So that's pretty sweet. I don't know that I'd make that a... Is there only 2? Shouldn't there be a third? Yeah, where's Tangrath? We are going to have to check into that. All right, well, here's some tokens. Beast tokens, pretty. I do love these new full arts they're doing. They're pretty awesome. I'll show you the other side. These are double-sided. Here are your eggs, worms, sculptor. Oh, that's pretty sweet looking. Horror, nice. That dragon art. This is recycled art, but looks very cool in the full art. Well, that's a bummer. It only has those 2. It's missing one. Okay. Here's Cliffside Rescuer. This is a really good white card. I think it's pretty great. Costs 2. It's a 2/2 with vigilance. Then you can tap it and sacrifice Cliffside Rescuer. Target permanent you control gains protection from each of your opponents until end of turn. So that's pretty cool. Good little protection card. A lot of these were in some of the other decks too already. Hate Mirage, Voice of Many, little green draw spell, Scare Tiller, talked about quite a bit. Tangible Virtue, Rock Egg. Here's one of those rock or those egg cards I talked about. So when this dies, well, first it is an egg, but then when this dies, you create a 3/3 white bird creature token with flying. So you would actually get the bird creature token, but then you would also get, if you have Atla on the field, you would reveal the cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card, put that card on the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So extra value. Extra value. Rootborn Defenses. Okay. Tristani's Judgment. Beast Within. A green staple in every commander deck that's running green. Cultivate. Another really great green card. Explore, Farseek, yeah. Nice. Harmonize, that's pretty cool art. This Secure Tribe Elder, this art is fantastic. I'm glad they reprinted this card. First, I'm glad they reprinted this card. Second, I'm glad they did it with this art. That's pretty cool. Slation Twain, Nye Charm, nice. V2 Ghazi Guildmage, very cool. Lightning Greaves, that's sweet. And then Soul Ring, of course. That's a bummer that I only got some basic planes. Commanders, here they're starting to get in the rares now. So Commander's Insignia costs 4. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each time you've cast your commander from the command zone this game. That's kind of cool. I don't know how good this is going to be when your commander is already costs 5. So every time you play your commander from the command zone, each time after the first, it costs 2 additional mana. So it's 5 the first time, and then 7, and then 9, and then 11, so on and so forth. But could be interesting in a different deck where your commander costs much less. Doomed Artisan. This is a super interesting card. Costs 3. It's a 1/1. Sculptures you control can't attack or block. At the beginning of your end step, create a colorless sculpture artifact creature token with this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of sculptures you control. So you get a sculpture, you can get a whole bunch of sculptures, and then they can't attack or block, but if this guy goes away, all of a sudden you have an army of sculptures that could be pretty threatening. Song of the World Soul, whenever you cast a spell, populate, that's kind of cool. Gurrid Belligerence, deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. Whenever a creature dealt damage this way dies, populate. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Populate X times. That's pretty cool. Orin Frostfang. That art is woo. Dang. Attack creatures you control have Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Very nice. Selesnya Eulogist. Exile target creature card from a graveyard, then populate. Tangrath's First Mate. Wait, is this what I was supposed to? Yeah, okay. Huh. Interesting. I thought this would have been foil, but I guess not. So Tangrath's First Mate can't be blocked by more than one creature. It's 5/5 for 4. Whenever an opponent attacks with one or more creatures, if Tangrath is tapped, you may have that opponent gain control of Tangrath until end of combat. If you do, choose a player or planeswalker that opponent is attacking. Tangrath is attacking that player or planeswalker. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Idol of Oblivion. Ooh, I don't think I've seen this card yet. Costs 2, it's an artifact. Tap to draw a card. Activate this ability only if you created a token this turn, which is what this deck is trying to do. And you pay 8 and tap it, sacrifice the idol, create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token. That's pretty sweet. Angel of Sanctions. Cost 5 for a 3/4 flying angel. When Angel of Sanctions enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Angel of Sanctions leaves the battlefield. Okay? And then it has Embalm for 5 and a white. Wingmate Rocks. This is a great reprint. Really good card out of Cons, I believe. This was a powerhouse card in Standard. Dragon Master Outcast is a great reprint. Feldon of the Third Path. Is this new? I think this is new. You can pay 2 in a red, tap it, create a token that is a copy of target creature card in your graveyard, except as an artifact in addition to its other types. It gains haste, sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. That's kind of interesting. Garruk Primal Hunter. I'm very happy they reprinted this particular Garruk. I'm very much hoping that we see Garruk back in Standard sometime soon, but we'll see. Giant Ediphage, Soul of Zendikar, Tristani's Selesnya Voice. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. And you pay to populate. Desolation Twin, very cool. Hour of Reckoning. Phyrexian Rebirth. Destroy all X creatures, then create an XX colorless horror artifact creature token where X is the number of creatures destroyed this way. That's kind of cool. Costs 6, but still kind of cool. Heart Piercer Manticore. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, it deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. Oh, kind of fun. Let's see here. What else do we have? Second Harvest. Shamanic Revelation. Thragtusk. That's a great reprint. That's cool. Growing Ranks at the beginning of your upkeep. Populate. That's pretty sweet. Mimic Vat. That's fun. That's cool. Soul Foundry. Cinderglades. Good reprint. Glad to see some of these battle lands in this year's Commander set. Bunch of basics. And then some more come into play tapped or dual lands. Command Tower, obviously, great must inclusion in Commander decks. Myriad Landscape again. Rogue's Passage is pretty cool for this deck. And that is that. This one went a little bit longer. Thanks for checking out the video, my friends. If you would like to sponsor a video, please reach out to me at summonthepack@gmail.com. I appreciate you stopping by and checking it out. If you like this video, chances are you will like my other videos, so please feel free to check those out as well. And until the next one, my friends, I will see you later. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.